You see this here along the road? This is terrifying. Look at this. There's a straw man, he's got 2 swords and a ridiculously large... Today, I am completely alone, deep in bear country. This is Megami-san, Goddess Mountain. The main point of coming to this mountain isn't climbing up to the summit, but rather going around to all the waterfalls. I'm not gonna go to all the 7 waterfalls here, but I will take you to some of my favorites. This is Shiraito Falls. Shiraito Falls is the most famous of the waterfalls here. It literally translates to White Thread Falls. There's actually a lot of places around Japan with that name. I've been to at least 4 Shiraito Falls around various places in Japan. I guess it's what people often think when they look at waterfalls. Can you see it? White threads coming down the mountainside. They're a mix of a flower and a fungus. They seem more like aliens than anything else, but they're actually called ghost mushrooms. Yureidake, I think in Japanese. There's all these rusted metal planks that take you across the little streams along Goddess Mountain. After so long inside, it's just nice to be out walking around a little bit. See all these on the ground? These are everywhere, and they are from these beech trees. They're beech nuts. I'm pretty sure the bears love to eat them. And in this beechwood forest, They're just all over the place. This middle ascent to the summit of Goddess Mountain is really steep. I've been inactive for the last week or so, so I'm winded trying to go up this. Whew. Up we go. The ascent can't be that long. This entire mountain is only a little under 1,000 meters at the summit. Can you see this right here? These are bear claw marks from bears climbing up the tree to get at the beech nuts. We are deep in bear country. I've made it up onto the ridge. Hey, my first time at the summit of Mount Megami, Mount Goddess. So this is the summit. It's not much to look at, but it's actually the first time I've ever been here, so it's checking one more off the list. Not exactly the most exciting place, but it is going to be an exciting, if steep, trip down. I'm a little worried still about bears and about the weather, but it's only one way home. I just realized that I neglected to say anything about that interesting small wooden sort of amulet that was sitting next to the summit marker. It had both a Sanskrit character on the top as well as the normal Japanese kanji. It looks like it was from a local temple. It appears that someone came on a sort of pilgrimage to this summit, and this was commemorating that or blessing that this summit. You do see amulets like that on the summits of holy mountains, and this too is of course called Goddess Mountain, so it makes sense that it is indeed holy. The mountains in Japan are holy dwelling places of the divine. As some of you may know, most of these holy mountains were actually forbidden to women back until I believe the beginning of the Meiji period, to the Meiji Restoration. And there are even some signs in Yamagata Prefecture, big stone sort of pillars saying, you know, no women beyond this point, because they were, you know, back in the old days, women were considered to be unclean, right? They were forbidden from taking the pilgrim trips to the holy summits, unfortunately. Almost back safely to the car. No bears. Wonder where they're all hiding. Made it back safely to the car. Well, got lucky. It hasn't rained all afternoon. I just heard the news that rainy season is already ending. It's really short this year. I hope that isn't too hard on the farmers. But I'd be lying if I didn't say that I am eager to start hiking Mount Iwate again. While I'm here in Nishiwaga, I want to show you one other thing, and that is one of the trademarks of this area is the straw man. You see this here along the road? This is terrifying. Look at this. There's a straw man. He's got 2 swords and a ridiculously large... These wara ningyo are to ward off evil spirits, to keep people in good health, and to ward off sickness. They've been making them for hundreds of years here. And the one right up on the tree right there is one of the smaller ones. They have larger ones throughout town, some that are rather enormous, several meters tall. And so if you ever have a chance to come through Nishiwaga in Iwate, you can spend a little time exploring around to see all of these extraordinarily well-endowed straw men throughout the village. With the pandemic, they haven't been holding the festivals that are associated with these straw men, but when they start doing them again, I'd love to visit and document them for you in more detail. Okay, time to drive home now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the trails.